Hey everyone, it's Mark Allen with Greystone ISG. I'm here today and I want to talk sales data. So we're on our last month of 2020 and I want to get with you to talk about how many properties are selling in DFW, where they're selling, and why they're selling in those areas. So let's jump into this. Just looking at the data in general, people want to know, are prices going up in Dallas-Fort Worth or are they going down? And I can say, or the data supports, that prices are going up. They've gone up from about $139,000 a door on average to about $142,000 a door on average. So a couple thousand a door spread there year over year. Cap rates, what are they doing? Well, interest rates dropped. I would say cap rates probably increased a little bit through coronavirus and the stay in place. And then once rent collections were proven, we saw a dip in cap rates. So year over year, actually, cap rates are down from about an average of 5.4 to 5.3, so almost about 10 basis point difference there. Now, what about sales volume? At least looking at the first 11 months of the year through really December 1st, sales volume is down. We had about $5.9 billion in volume last year versus year to date about 3.4. Now, I imagine there's going to be a lot of closings in December. We have a lot of closings in December, but I think all in all, sales velocity, sales volume is going to be down this year just because Q2 was pretty much off the table. So I want to go into where sales are happening. If you look at county by county, we have the most inventory in Dallas, so naturally there's more properties trading in Dallas. So Dallas County had 110 properties trade thus far through the year, whereas Tarrant County had about 57 properties, Denton at 14, and Collin County at 8. And the average price per door of each of those properties in Dallas County is about $104,000 a door, Tarrant County about $98,000 a door, Denton 107, and Collin 111. So interesting to see the spread, I think, between Dallas and Tarrant counties. By city, Dallas also leads just because of Dallas County has the most inventory, and the city of Dallas has the most as well with 81 properties. Fort Worth about 31, and Arlington has about 10. So those are the top three cities trading. And naturally we have more suburban product than urban product, so about 129 suburban properties traded versus 30 urban properties traded. And I think naturally we'll see more of a flight to the suburbs just with a lot of restrictions in the urban cores, both Dallas, Fort Worth, and other metros. I do want to talk about cap rates as well. So actually, East Dallas, when you take a look at submarkets and CoStar submarkets, East Dallas has 46 transactions, total transactions, with an average cap rate of 5.5 and a market sales price of $134 a door. That was about 8% of the inventory. It's interesting to see that East Dallas, although it had the highest number of transactions, that it actually had one of the lowest rent growths with negative 0.9% this year. So I think East Dallas is an area that a lot of investors, both across the country and internationally, want to be close to the urban core of Dallas, specifically in some of those suburbs. And East Dallas is a great fit because you have a lot of gentrification going on and a lot of new jobs. So naturally, it's and it being one of the top submarkets as far as inventory goes, it's going to be up there at the top. Number 2 was Arlington, which had about 8% of the product there traded in 27 total trades, with a little bit lower cap rate than East Dallas at 5.4%. But we have incredible rent growth in Arlington. Arlington is one of the top submarkets for rent growth across DFW. We have about 3.4% rent growth year over year there. So I would imagine that is the why behind Arlington. Still an affordable price point. You have a lot of new construction going in North Arlington in the entertainment district. So we're seeing a lot of investor activity and a lot of trades there. Denton would be number 3 with 25 trades, and that's about 8% of the total inventory as well. So interesting enough, the top 3, about 8% of the total inventory turned over this year in general. But we're seeing about a 5.5 cap, so similar to East Dallas there. And 129 a door is what the data says. So probably a higher quality properties traded. We traded a few Class C property nearing pretty close to 100 a door there this year, and then Class A property at about 187,000 a door. So anyways, yeah, the prices, we do see price per doors and rents actually pretty high. And then one of the other things I wanted to point out, that if you look at the percent of inventory traded and the top 10 submarkets as far as trades go, Southwest Fort Worth is up there at the top. It had 20 trades with a pretty low cap rate of 5.3%, and an average price per door of about $124,000 a door. So 38% of the overall inventory traded in Southwest Fort Worth, and that does track the Chisholm Trail there. And if I was trying to figure out, why did 38% of the inventory, where most of the other submarkets, 10% or less of the inventory traded this year? And I couldn't really figure it out, so I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Looking at the data in the past, it looks like trades have been pretty slow the last 3 years in Southwest Fort Worth. So, as a low percent of the inventory, below 7%. So I feel like there's maybe a little bit of a catch up, but we also have a ton of new development along the Chisholm Trail, close to Clear Fork as well, obviously around TCU, which is all wrapped up in that. So I would say probably just investor attention, a little bit lower price points than you can get in Dallas County. So that's probably why we're seeing some of that happen. But all in all, we had at Greystone ISG about getting pretty close to just over 40 transactions this year, if all goes as planned. With December closings, we're very active in the market. If you want to see new inventory, whether it's upcoming listings or off-market opportunities, please connect with me. Hope everyone has a happy holidays, and really looking forward to 2021, which I expect interest rates will stay low. And I think there's going to be a lot of transactions. So we should see sales velocity and volume pick up a little bit. Look forward to seeing everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.